Alright guys, what we have here is a simple power distribution board. We're going to show you a real quick tip on how to pre-tin your power distribution board as well as your power leads. And this is going to apply to the rest of the soldering you have to do during your multi-rotor build. So first what you want to do is pre-tin the battery pads on your power distribution board. The way we like to do it is we take a little bit of solder, apply it to the power distribution board on the positive and negative. And what we are using here today, we are using a 16 gauge solder with built-in flux. So this one happens to have 2.2% flux built in. So this is what it's gonna look like, real simple. We'll teach you how to pre-tin. Make sure you clean your tip of your soldering iron really good, and then just apply it lightly as it spreads through the copper pad. As you can see, we just filled up the positive port there on the battery terminal on the simple power distribution board. Real simple. You apply a little bit of heat. Make sure when you go to your second your ground pad, make sure you clean the tip of the soldering iron just to make it a real clean fuse together here. So here we're gonna apply on the negative port. So you heat it up, apply it, release, and there you have it. The positive and negative tabs on the power distribution board have been pre-tinned. Now let's go over to how you pre-tin the wires. It's real simple. We like to grab these alligator clips here. See if you can see it real good. And you grab your power wire and you do basically the same procedure. You take your tip, you make sure you clean it real well. You apply a little bit of solder onto your soldering iron. You heat up your wire, you fuse it together. And now you have a nice solid bubble there, ready to be soldered onto your battery, positive side of the power distribution board. And here, I'll show you here in a second how to fuse them together. So now that you've pre-tinned your power distribution board and you've pre-tinned the wire that you're gonna solder, your silicone wire to your power wire, you just mount them together. Make sure your tip is clean and ready to go. Sometimes you may have to add a little bit of flux to the wire, but you warm them up together, fuse them together, you leave it in place, and there you have it. Now you have a solid bond there. Tug on it real good, it's not coming off, and you repeat that for the ground. So here, let's do the ground so you guys can check it out. We'll pre-tin the wire, attach it to our power distribution board, and you are pretty much complete. So it's real simple for those of you who have never soldered, and sometimes you have to clean the tip multiple times just to get that real clean solder on there. So there you have it, nice solid bubble. We go over to the power distribution board, make sure you clean the tip again, and we fuse them together. And there we have it. Now we have it positive and negative soldered to the board. Tug on it real good, solid bond. You can repeat that for the rest of the ESC ports. So positive and negative on your ESCs, 1 through 4. You may have a hex, you may have a tricopter, octocopter, and so forth, as well as for your polulus. Thanks for watching.